Okay, so yesterday we were finding derivatives when they gave us a table. Okay. The last thing we're going to do is find derivatives when they give us a graph. So they give us f of x and g of x. Okay, and then they're going to ask us questions about, they want us to find h prime of 4. Okay, so h of x is f divided by g. So what they want us to find is h prime. So the first thing we got to do is find h prime. Okay. To do that, we have to use the quotient rule because it's division. Okay. So h of x is f of x divided by g of x, right? First thing we have to do is find the derivative of that. Well, this is a function divided by a function, quotient rule. Okay, so we got low times the derivative of the high minus the high times the derivative of the low over the low squared. Okay, so that's the derivative. That is the derivative of h. Okay. Now they want h prime at 4. So I'm going to plug in 4 everywhere I see an h. Or sorry, an x. Everywhere I see an x, I'm going to plug in a 4. So I'm rewriting it. The only thing I'm doing differently is writing a 4 instead of an x. Okay. So now I don't have a table to look at. I have 2 graphs to look at. But tables are the same thing as graphs. Tables and graphs, like I can make a graph into a table. I can make a table into a graph. They're similar. Okay? So the first thing I have to do is start doing. Okay, so g of 4. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find g of 4. So when 4 is x, when I plug in 4 to g, what do I get for y? Well, I'm going to go to g. 4 is right here. Looks like the y coordinate is right here, -3. So g of 4 is -3. Okay, so let me write this down. So -3 times. Okay, so now what I have to find is f prime of 4. So I'm going to use f, but I'm not going to use it the way I just used g. So when I say f prime, I mean the derivative. What is a derivative? It's a slope, right? It's a slope. So what I have to find is the slope at 4. Okay, so let's go to f. So f is right there. What is the slope of that segment it's on? So it's on this segment here, right? I'm going to find the slope of that segment. Okay. Well, here's a dot. Here's another dot. So I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's up 6 over 6. So the slope at 4 is 1. Okay. So f prime of 4 is +1. Okay. So the next thing is f of 4. That's the y value. When 4 is x, what is y? So let's go back to that same graph. Here's 4. The y value is -3. So f of 4 is -3. Okay. G prime of 4. Same thing as before, but now I'm using g. So the slope at 4. The slope at 4 for g. So this dot is a part of this segment here. What is the slope of that segment? That's what it's asking. So let's see, up 1, up 2, up 3, over 3. So 3 over 3, the slope is +1. Okay. Over g of 4 squared. Well, g of 4 we did earlier. That was -3. G of 4 we said was -3. So -3 squared. So I get -3 minus a -3 over 9. So the top is just 0. So h of 4 is 0. Okay? That's the only difference between that one and a table. Okay? We use it for reference, but you have to read the graph in terms instead of reading the table. That's all. That's all the difference is with that one. Okay? Alrighty, so I'm going to let you guys work. There's 4 questions on the front. And then on the back, there's 7 questions I circled. The answers are already posted. The answers are already on this paper. I did that so that you knew if you're doing it right or not. Okay? So I'm going to let you guys work on that.